You know, I don't really know what kind of weapons these are, but they are the coolest looking guns, man. They look realistic, man. And you know, a lot of the weapons we got are very like space futuristic type weapons, you know what I mean? These guns, man, they lock and load it, dude. They look like they can pump some lead in some people, and Lincoln Green can. This is the pulse rifle that is turned into my favorite pulse rifle, and this is somebody that used the shit out of Nurgle and used Nightshade a bunch. I mean, I like those pulses, those are very good, but this pulse rifle is a little different, as in you can tell right now, Jesus, that rate of fire is crazy. Let's talk about this weapon though. Is this the gun for you? Should you be using it? And what tends to pair best with it? Alright, so let's talk about the perks real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and mention something too. All these perks don't really serve the weapon any justice. It's a lot better than what these perks serve. You think this weapon has some other shit going on with it, but it doesn't. It's just really good. So rapid fire frame is a deeper ammo reserves. It's slightly faster reload when magazine is empty, okay? You also have the circular iron sight, which I'm a huge fan of. I like it. I think it's extremely snappy, and it's something that really goes well with these weapons right here. Now, it's got steady rounds, which I think does play a role. The magazine is optimized for recoil control, greatly increased stability, and it does slightly decrease range, but that little bit of stability really helps because this is an extremely fast rate of fire weapon, and it's got quick draw. This weapon can be drawn unbelievably fast, which is pretty useful. I like to pair this weapon a bunch, by the way, with things like, you know, SMGs, things like sidearms, and the transition between the two, just whipping them out, you know what I mean? It's just really, really quick. Now let me go ahead and talk a little bit about the perks here that seem to really shine for me. I think the impact of it is okay, despite it only hitting 18 in crit and 12 of body shot. This weapon actually has an optimal time to kill of approximately 1.13 seconds, which is essentially 4 bursts, 10 crits, and 2 body shots to put somebody down. Essentially, it's better than Nurgle, it's better than Nightshade. Now, of course, Nightshade, whenever it actually has its kill clip going, it's not better. But just based off of them just going head to head, it is better than a lot of those weapons that are other pulses in the legendary standpoint. And it rewards somebody who is extremely accurate. If you look at something like Nurgle, Nightshade, those weapons take like 8 crits, 2 body. So again, they take 2 less crits, not as many crits as you have to land with it. But this is a weapon that I find to be extremely easy to land those crits. If you notice something about a lot of our pulse rifles, some of them tend to get flinch more than others. I don't know if it's something specific to this type of weapon, but these weapons in general to me do not seem to flinch nearly as bad as, say, something like Nurgle. Nurgle sometimes will just over flinch for some reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the sights or what, but either way it goes, sometimes I feel like I lose gunfights because of the flinch Nurgle can take. Nightshade, of course, seems to handle its shit pretty well. So is this the weapon for you? Pros: this weapon is fast. It's got a time to kill that can beat the hell out of people. I find that this weapon in every sense fits my playstyle. So when I ask, is this the weapon for you? Are you an aggressive player? That's really where this comes from. If you're an aggressive player, you know, the closer you are to, the more likely you're going to land those bursts. So, you know, you're going to be up close. You're going to be a little more aggressive than maybe you would if you wanted to long range it. But this is a weapon that rewards people that are aggressive. And in Destiny 2, I love being aggressive, man. I can tell you right now, it is more difficult to be aggressive in this game than it's ever been. And I know some of you may not understand that, but if you're a solo queue player, it's almost as if aggressive players get screwed over sometimes. So this is a weapon though that can help with that. It assists with that, and I find it to be a really good weapon in that sense. Now, what are the cons to it? Again, it's got to be accurate. You got to be accurate, guys. If you're not accurate, you're going to be looking at a time to kill body shot wise at around 1.73 seconds, which is actually higher than what you would get on a Nightshade and Nurgle both. So again, if you get in a situation where you can't land crits, it's not the weapon for you, man. You really need to look at other weapons. Now, the ability for this weapon to hit crits is very easy. And again, there's a lot of different things that's going with that. I find that the short zoom on it is really easy to manage. I also find that the aim assist being around 74 is also really, really good with this weapon in terms of being able to just constantly hit those crit after crit. Guys, great weapon, Lincoln Green. I can't find any bad about this gun. I can find bad about just about every weapon I've used. If you want to know the trial weapon that I'm going to be using this weekend, it's probably going to be Lincoln Green as my kinetic. Well, fellas, man, get your hands on the gun. Thank you so much for coming and watching. I'll catch y'all later.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.